This blueprint might just change your life. You're going to go from someone like Yamauchi, insecure, impulsive, driven by external approval, to someone like Kiyotaka Ayanokoji, calculating, composed, almost untouchable. And maybe, if you go deep enough, even beyond him. Most people will never understand what you're about to hear, but if you do, this could be the most valuable video you've ever watched. If you don't know who Ayanokoji is, he's the mastermind from Classroom of the Elite. A character who stays 10 steps ahead while acting like he's 10 steps behind. But this isn't a character breakdown. I already did that in episode 1 of Mindcode, Decoding Genius. This is your transformation plan. Because the second you try to become like Ayanokoji, you run into walls. You either overthink or don't think enough. You fake being cold but can't stop seeking approval. You try to copy his silence, but inside you're loud, anxious, impulsive, reactive. You binge videos, you memorize quotes, but you don't build anything. You're imitating a mask without crafting the mind behind it. Sound familiar? Today, we fix that. Not by pretending, but by forging yourself. Let's break Ayanokoji down from the outside in. Head to toe, surface to soul, behaviors to belief systems. This isn't about becoming him. It's about extracting the operating system. 1. Hair, posture, and presence. Ayanokoji's hair isn't flashy. It's just clean, straight, and subtly messy. Not polished, not neglected, perfectly forgettable. That's intentional. He blends in. He disappears when he wants to. Because presence isn't about being seen, it's about what's felt. Start here. Groom regularly. Not perfectly, just consistently. Maintain hygiene like it's your baseline standard. Clothes. Neutral tones, fitted cut, zero logos. Grayscale is your friend. Then posture. Stand tall without puffing your chest. Chin down. Eyes forward. Shoulders relaxed. This kind of stance quietly announces, I'm aware. I'm calm. I'm not here to entertain. 2. Facial expression and eye contact. Ayanokoji doesn't emote unless it's deliberate. No nervous laughter. No filler expressions. Just calm, unreadable precision. You don't need to fake stoicism. You need to train it. Relax your jaw. Soften your brow. Practice keeping your face neutral while listening. Most people mirror expressions. You mirror intent. Then the gaze. Not intense, but steady. Look people in the eye without blinking too fast or darting away. Not to intimidate, but to observe. You're reading them, not reacting to them. This alone shifts power. People start managing their behavior around you. 3. Emotional neutrality. This is the spine of Ayanokoji's control. He doesn't suppress feelings, he simply governs them. Start here. When you feel irritation rising, pause. Ask, does reacting give me control or take it away? If it weakens your position, don't react. You're not avoiding emotion, you're filtering it for utility. And each time you master this, you become more unshakable. Eventually, people stop trying to push your buttons, because they realize, you removed them. 4. Internal intelligence. Ayanokoji doesn't just read people. He dissects systems. He knows the cause-effect, intent, leverage, timing. This comes from deliberate study. Build your internal library. Game theory, power dynamics, cognitive bias, behavioral psychology, military strategy, ancient philosophy. But don't hoard knowledge, deploy it. When someone flatters you, ask, what do they want? When someone lies, ask, what truth are they afraid of? Track patterns, journal them, build mental models. Soon, people won't confuse you, they'll become predictable. 5. Social strategy. Ayanokoji doesn't avoid people, he uses them, ethically or tactically, depending on the situation. He's never the loudest in the room, but he's always the one listening hardest. Create strategic isolation. Engage socially with purpose, not out of boredom. Use solitude as a weapon, to sharpen, reflect, train. Audit your circle. Remove distractions disguised as friends. You're not cutting people off. You're cutting off anything that doesn't serve your next version. And when you do re-enter the room, you're sharper, quieter, harder to read, and suddenly, harder to ignore. 6. Invisible discipline. Here's what most miss. Ayanokoji isn't calm because he skips effort. He's calm because his foundation is disciplined in secret. He trains like a machine, but you never see it. No gym selfies, no diet reels, no motivational quotes, just results. Build silent systems. Wake up early, not for clout, for focus. Train, not to show off, but to feel untouchable. Read, track, improve, quietly. The discipline that is shown is marketing. Discipline that is hidden becomes identity. 7. Voice and language. Ayanokoji's speech is minimal, but surgical. Every word lands, not because it's loud, but because it's measured. How to train yours. Lower your pitch by slowing your breath. Kill filler words, like, delete them. Pause. Let silence do half the work. Read aloud from elite material. Record yourself. Fix your tone. Use shorter sentences. Speak less, mean more. When you speak with precision, people will stop multitasking around you. They'll start listening differently. 8. Weaponized humility. This is one of his most dangerous traits. Ayanokoji doesn't deny his strength, he buries it. He lets people underestimate him. He lets them assume, and then, when it matters, he reveals just enough to destroy their illusion. You must adopt this. Let people think you're basic. Don't correct them. Don't explain your skills. Don't flex. Then, when the moment comes, act with quiet precision. That moment of surprise, that's when they realize, you were never behind. You were just watching. 9. Purpose beyond the mask. This is where everything either becomes mastery, or madness. Because if you're just copying the mask without having your own mission, you'll crumble. Ayanokoji plays the long game. He doesn't care about the image. He doesn't care about attention. He wants control of the outcome, of the system, of himself. So ask yourself, why do you want to be powerful? Why do you want composure, intelligence, restraint? Not for likes, not for admiration. That's shallow. Go deeper. To protect someone. To fix what broke you. To win a war no one sees. Whatever it is, write it. Own it. Let it fuel you. Because if you have no deeper purpose, the silence will eat you alive. Here's a bonus step. To truly become like Ayanokoji, you have to stop trying to be him. You have to become someone who builds himself without imitation. Someone who rewrites his code from scratch. Ayanokoji doesn't follow models. He's the result of radical self-shaping, forged by logic, ruthlessness, and clarity. It's not that I think everyone is beneath me. I just don't expect anything from them to begin with. That's not an edge. That's detachment. He's not cold because he lacks empathy. He's cold because he refuses to depend on others for his emotional state. He doesn't hope. He calculates. He doesn't cling. He observes. He doesn't announce. He executes. And the more you internalize this mindset, the more unshakable you become. So let me ask you, who is Ayanokoji? You think you know, but do you know him deeply? Without truly understanding him, this video is just noise. Go watch episode 1 of Mindcode, Decoding Genius. It's the missing piece to this transformation. Because this isn't a trend, it's your evolution.